I Got the Hell Out does contain explicit content that might not be suitable for some listeners, such as children, those that easily get offended, and we do recommend that listeners at work put your earbuds in if you have coworkers around.
And if you like the show, please spread the word by telling as many people as you can. Would also appreciate if you would subscribe, rate, hopefully with 5 stars, and review the podcast on iTunes. You can find us there as well as on Stitcher and Overcast. You can follow us on Twitter at WasInACult, on Facebook at I Got the Hell Out, and on Instagram at I Got the Hell Out with an underscore after each word. You can contact us through our website at IGotTheHellOut.com.
Hello all.
Hey, it's Laura.
And Deb, and it's another Mother's Day episode
That's
of
right.
I Got the Hell Out.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. And I really need to address something first.
Okay, what?
When you make a mistake or something happens, a lot of times people try and shift the blame, pretend it didn't happen.
Okay.
But really, it's part of being an adult and being a normal person to go, hey, I screwed up.
Okay.
Okay? I was really excited last week about you and your surprise of being nominated. Okay?
Right.
And I told you the adrenaline was just flowing, and I have no excuses, okay? Because I listened to the episode last week, and I got a message from somebody.
Okay.
And after I read her message and I re-listened to the episode, I went, holy shit, I can't believe that came out of my mouth.
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about.
We were talking about the Dr. Bronner's and my mom wanting to go to Burning Man.
Right.
And about people groping in the showers.
Okay.
And I moved it to the subway, okay? And
that's
not okay. I am not advocating in any way, shape, or form of groping people in the public that don't want groped.
Mm-hmm.
I guess my mindset was just still back at festival where that's where people do that stuff. I don't know. But to anybody that I offended out there, Demi, I am truly sorry. Again, if you're not making mistakes, you're not human. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So I thought about it, and I mean, you were horrified. You can listen to your voice about you kick him in the nuts.
Yeah.
And the society that we're in, a lot of times, I don't even know how to explain it. But I am truly sorry. I'm not advocating anything except being nice and loving everybody.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay.
So, sorry, guys. And, I try so hard not to offend anybody.
Yeah.
Politically correct, the whole 9 yards. Anyway, how you doing?
I'm okay.
It's Mother's Day.
It's Mother's Day.
Are we doing the Mother's Day challenge again? No swearing? Oh, you so forgot about that.
I forgot all about that. Okay.
Did we swear yet?
We have not.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's try that.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
And my van is really dirty. I don't even know if it's been vacuumed since last Mother's Day.
I was going to say that was the bet that we had. We had to clean each other's car.
And you have a new one and you keep it clean, so.
And I just got it washed yesterday.
I know, it'll be great. It'll be great. It'll be great. Okay, the Kool-Aid pie that we couldn't eat.
Ew.
I took that to work.
Oh, did they eat it?
The younger generation, a few of them they loved it. Shout out to Gilberty, who said it was so good he wanted to take it home.
Did you let him? I would have been like, here, take it.
I said, whatever's left, take it. When I went to work yesterday, there was only between an eighth and a quarter of the pie left.
How is that possible?
I guess everybody liked it.
How is that possible? That was like eating pure sugar.
Because the generation below us, like Sammy and my son and stuff like that, and the kids I work with, their taste buds are probably way different than ours. We grew up on Grandma and Grandpa's, vegetables.
That could be.
We really didn't have a lot of sugar. I mean, we had the penny candy store.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember that.
But we didn't have fruit by the foot. We didn't have Gushers. We didn't have Warheads. All these candies that these kids are eating that are so sickeningly sweet.
Like that pie.
It was a pie.
But it was an attempt that I appreciated.
And it was actually good if it wouldn't have been so sweet.
Damn sweet, yeah.
Yes. And I have some culty corrections.
Okay, go for it.
Sometimes I remember things wrong. I mean, we all have to remember
Oh,
things
God,
wrong.
yeah.
I'll be telling a story and my son will be like, no, that was my brother. Or, no, that happened over there, not here. And, okay, well, the brain is... We get old, Laura, and we got so much stuff crammed up there, it gets mixed up sometimes.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir.
So, I told you about the carrots that grew through that man's ring last week.
Oh, yeah, they were like intertwined or something going through a ring.
It was a master lock. It wasn't a man's
Oh.
ring. It was a master lock that I guess had fell on its side, and the carrots, 3 carrots grew through there and twined themselves.
Okay, not through the lock part, through the little loopy.
Yeah, where
thing.
you would loop it
Okay.
to lock it. Look, I'm making hand motions.
So am I. Yeah.
Okay, and like I said, they put it in an epoxy jar, or they put it in a vase, and they poured this clear epoxy. Do you think the carrots have rotted by now? Because they said it would keep them, for millenniums.
If they're covered with that, maybe they're okay. I don't know. Or do they just put them in a jar and seal it?
No, they put this clear epoxy that hardens into it's like rock hard. But don't you think the carrots would? I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
It's
Somebody
just
who knows
goofy
carrots,
that they did
let
that.
us know.
Yeah, if you've ever poured epoxy on your carrots, let us know.
If you go to the Walmart in West Virginia, big jar of Coolicles are on sale for $1 a piece, and they got
Oh God,
a lot
that's
of
so.
them.
Imagine that. Imagine people not buying Kool-Aid flavored pickles.
I never even would have noticed them.
Oh my God. I'm gonna
life.
have to look.
And do you want to know something real fun to do now that spring and summer's coming up?
What?
Okay. I keep a CD in my car of Survivor.
Okay.
The band.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And when you see a jogger going down the road, you slow down and you hit play and you play Eye of the Tiger and you roll your window down and go, "You got this, yeah!" Yeah, I mean, it gives them... The younger generation look at you like, what the hell?
Right.
But
But our age,
they actually get a chuckle and a giggle, give them wave.
that would be
thumbs
fun.
up.
That would be funny.
So yeah, I suggest that.
Give someone a little extra energy there. A little, you can do it.
You can do it. Oh, and the comet that I mentioned last time.
What comment?
Comet. C-O-M-E-T.
Comment. They said comments. I'm like, you made lots of comments.
Well, a lot of the ex-members got back to me, and they reminded me that it was the Hale-Bopp comet. We talked about that before.
Oh, yeah.
But that was not the Hale-Bopp comet. The Hale-Bopp comet, we had a telescope, and I should have wrote it down. An ex-member said that they got this telescope in Houston or somewhere. All I know is that I got saddled with the expense because I had the good camera. So I had to order a special eyepiece
Oh, my God.
for the telescope that would fit on my camera. Because, see, we didn't have digital cameras back then.
Right.
So they were all SLR cameras. And in order to use my camera with the telescope, it was an Olympus camera. So, yeah, I had to buy a nice, nifty, anybody need one? I think I still have it.
All on your dime.
All on my dime. But the comet that about a dozen of us saw, it was just a bright, shining shooting star type thing, but it was around 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Oh, wow. And you were able to see it.
Yeah, because it was...
Oh, man.
It was bright, huge, white light, and it just zinged across the sky. And you had to be looking in the right spot. Anyway. And there's 50 days in the Omer, not 40.
Thank you. Okay, because I was wondering about that.
And today is the 21st day. Are you keeping track?
Of course I'm keeping track. Yeah, you know me.
Okay, and I always peruse their page for those little lumps of...
Anything good?
There have been no bread sack quotes. Do you think they're listening to us and we're hurting their feelings so they're not putting the bread sack quotes
Maybe they're
out there?
doing away with it.
I don't think so. No. Anything that makes his little flocky happy.
That's true.
I
Wonder if they're eating grass yet.
I don't know, but I have a comment. Of course, it's in my phone somewhere that I'll get to later about that.
As soon as we, stop recording, you'll find it.
No. Oh, and I have some prizes for you today.
Uh-oh. I'm afraid.
Okay, this is for our summer drinking pleasure.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay, it is a little... How do you want it? Not a sippy. Well, kind of a sippy cup with a straw, but it's the little poop emoji.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes. and to brighten your day,
It's better than the poop cup?
I got you unicorn poop.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it literally, okay.
And
so,
if you don't want it, you can give your nephew this, because I tried to get the Poodoo flyer.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to see him today.
I don't have a Poodoo flyer.
What do you have? I see a Poodoo.
I have Squishy Poodoo.
Oh my gosh, what is this?
You stretch it and twist it, and it's slimy, and I think it smells like poop. I don't know.
Oh my god. It's bouncy, it says. Stretch it and twist it. Not gross at all. Oh my gosh, I'm going to see my nephew today. My brother will be mortified. This is awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. I tried to get you the poop flyer, but, read the instructions on the back, because I'm sure it says it's going to stain stuff, and it's from China. Come on.
But this is my brother's kid. He can deal with it.
Well, that's why I bought the poop drink things.
Oh my god.
And, okay.
Oh my god, there's more. Happy Mother's Day to me.
I don't know why more companies are not doing this.
Boxed water.
It's a box of water.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my daughter has that sometimes.
And you get more water in this box than you would in
a bottle.
Plastic bottle.
And it probably is better for the environment.
It's a renewable resource. They donate proceeds to planting trees and cleaning up our oceans and beaches, and it takes up less room.
True.
Why are not more companies doing this? By the way, it is a company called Hello, and you can get them at boxedwater.com.
Alrighty.
Find out about their products.
Now, if they would just sponsor us, we'd be in good shape.
I don't know. My son's friend brought this to me, and I've never seen it, and I thought it was hysterical. And I broke my rule yesterday.
What rule?
I stopped at a yard sale.
Oh, you buy more shit.
Okay.
And I just swore.
Yay, high five. Oh, God, I can swear now, too. Oh, my brain's so clean. You know what?
That's not going to happen.
Maybe I swore before and didn't catch it, and you didn't catch it.
That could be. So we'll call it even.
I don't think so.
Oh, I think so.
We'll come up with something now.
See, I didn't have to say it. That I could have kept it to myself. I was being honest.
They would have let us know. They always let us know when we screw up, say something wrong, or correct us. Like, trust me, I get messages all day long.
I get points for being honest.
Yes, you do. Honesty is the best policy, because then you don't have anything to remember.
That's right.
Yeah. People tell me that I tell my stories like it happened yesterday, or I'm reading it from a book. But if you don't embellish, you don't make stuff up, and you just tell it like you remember it, it comes out the same every time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Again, I broke my rule of going to a yard sale.
What did you buy?
My son didn't want me to stop.
Did you buy another, what was it, a Snoopy suit or something?
No, I didn't buy a Snoopy suit. But
wait, you need to, do you have a picture of it you can post?
I do.
You have a full body Snoopy suit. We need a picture of that.
I do. And I used it to fight wasps the one time like it was a bee suit.
Okay, this is a story you need to tell.
Not now. I got too much other crap to tell.
All right, so you broke your promise.
Stopped at a yard sale because I got too much crap at my house.
Right.
I got some good stuff, and I was I bought my friend a $2 stock pot. It's a 5-gallon stock pot. Where can you get one of those for $2?
You can't.
And she was happy as all get out. Okay.
Well, it doesn't count if you're buying stuff for other people, right? Because it's not going to your house.
And I bought a have-a-heart trap so that I can trap the things that come around my house that I don't want there. And it was only $5.
Like little critters?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And then you can take them out in the woods and set them
So
free.
it doesn't kill them. Very nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
Now, I'm going to pull these things out of my bag. My son found them, and I was thrilled to death.
Oh, no.
Okay, because I've wanted some of these for a long time. But the design of this blows my mind, okay?
Oh, no. Like, stuff you pull out of
We
there.
got a big one and a little one, okay? Do you have any idea what these are?
Are those for a fish tank?
No.
I thought they were light bulbs for a fish tank.
No. These are something you want in an apocalypse.
Flashlights.
Yes, but look at the design of these, okay? They're batteryless, and this is how
That
you
looks
charge
like, I was going to
stuff.
say, that looks like a very vulgar gesture that you are doing.
Okay, but that's what charges. Oops, I dropped one.
You just broke one.
No.
Don't shine that in my eyes.
Anyway, you see how it's on from that little bit of effort?
Barely, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to
Oh,
sit
you
here and
gotta-
shake
oh,
it
you
for
gotta
20 minutes.
That's such a vulgar.
But, I mean, look at this thing. Could they have given it any more of a bad design
Shape, yeah.
to be doing that? My son was doing this in front of this lady.
Oh no, she probably
She
didn't even
knew
get
what
it.
it was. And I thought he was being vulgar. And I'm like mortified thinking, anyway,
Oh my God, that's so funny.
those are my surprises. I was so happy to get these flashlights. I want a radio too. There's a radio that you can crank.
Oh wow.
And it'll play without batteries or electric. Cool
For
crap.
the apocalypse.
You always got to be prepared. Laura, if you came to my house, I got rid of a lot of culty stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm not as prepared as I used to be. But in all honesty, when I look around and like, there's going to be a snowstorm or there's a hurricane somewhere, everybody flocks to the store for water, milk,
Toilet
bread,
paper.
and toilet paper, okay? How long would most people survive if, like, there were no more stores?
Couple days probably.
Most people don't have more than a couple of days worth of food or water. I mean, I'm down to only keeping like 8 or 10 extra gallons, but you never know. Anyway, prepare for the end, people. It will come someday.
In 3 years.
3.5.
3.5.
Well, wait a minute. I think a year of that went away.
So 2.5.
I don't know. Okay. I posted a video on the Facebook page. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's a lady that I follow, and her name is Christina Kuzmic, Kuzmic.
Okay.
And a lot of what she talks about is motherhood, this, that, and the other thing. She's really inspiring. But the video that she put up this past week, I put it on the Facebook page because everybody needs to hear her message. Somebody in her family is going through some really bad stuff, and it's one of her kids. She can't say, just like I don't say a lot of times other people's stories, it's theirs to tell. Mm-hmm. But she goes on to say that at one point in her life, years ago, she wrote down pros and cons of whether her kids would be better or not with her or without her. And that breaks my heart. And she said that she's not the same person that she was when she wrote that list. Mm-hmm. And that you don't get a 6-pack abs by one sit-up. Wouldn't that be great?
Oh, that would be fantastic.
But you have to learn to stop beating yourself up. If you're doing the absolute best you can't do any better. And it's just a really inspiring video. I suggest everybody watch it.
And you said that's on our Facebook page.
It's on our Facebook page. And you know what else is on our Facebook page?
What?
Everybody can vote up until midnight tonight so that we can be Pittsburgh's...
Nominated.
Yeah, nominated. You got to be nominated to be nominated.
No, you need to be nominated so you
can be
win.
Nominated. Well, no, because then after we get nominated, then they cut the nominations down, and then we get voted on. Then you can
vote. Right. And hopefully we will win.
I've learned in life what what it's going to be.
But we can have people help us out, though.
Go
to pghcitypaper.com.
No. You go to the Facebook page, and I have the link pinned right at the top.
Making it easy for people.
Yeah, because I couldn't use your directions and couldn't get there.
Was it on your... But you have to be on a desktop. You can't be on your phone to do that.
I own my computer in my hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, so guys, it's pinned at the top of our Facebook page. Just click on it and you go down to people and places. And the first category that'll come up is best nonprofit. Scroll through all of that. And
it will say,
the next one?
It'll say best podcast.
Yep. Yes. And, oh gosh, what else do we have today? Do you have a clue?
You told me I have no homework.
I know, I lied. Okay. Wow, let's see what we have here.
What is that, from pending posts?
We're not there yet.
Okay, just all kind of crap.
Just the things that... Oh, okay. Lil Man. You want a quote from Lil Man?
I sure do.
Okay. This is readings from the book of Little Man entitled The Sea of Glass. Remember, heaven's going to have a glass floor.
Oh, because like
made
pure gold. Pure gold's glass
pure
or
gold
something.
Is
clear.
You can see through it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Chapter 1, pages 9 and 10. And the sermon was given January 2nd of 16. So 3 years ago.
Okay.
I'm guessing there's still 3.5 years because this was 3 years ago.
Okay.
You got a tremendous plan ahead of you. Teach, Teach your children God's way and make plans for them to teach Eve when they resurrect her.
What? Teach Eve?
Yeah, Adam and Eve.
Right, yeah. But teach, what are you teaching her?
The righteous ways of God, because she...
Don't eat the apple.
I guess so. But yeah, join this group and you're going to teach Eve how to live a righteous life. You know.
Sure.
Okay, are you ready for more?
Always.
That's something to look forward to, right? Right?
Sure.
Okay, well, look at 11 Corinthians 11:3 now. But I fear by any means as the serpent suddenly deceived Eve with her craftiness. Okay. Now he's speaking. Think of what you're being deceived with today to pull you away from your studies, away from your overcoming, away from teaching your children, which is your obligation to teach them God's way, not the stupidity you see out in the world.
Well, I got to agree there's a lot of stupidity. I got to agree there.
There is more stupidity in the world than I care to think about. And he says, don't question God. I just know he's right.
Okay. Because I guess he had a talk with him, right?
I guess so. I'm not going to read this whole one, but he's saying that all of these churches out there have all this beautiful music and hymns and lyrics, and it's to help tickle your ears and draw you away, because that's what's going to, take you to that church or that faith or whatever. But he goes on that they have the highest paid musicians that there are.
I beg to differ.
I would really beg to differ, too. I don't think the rock and... Maybe Joel O's band gets a nice chunk.
No, well, yeah.
But, you see what some of these rock musicians and country stars...
Yeah, I beg to differ
little
there.
Little man. Yeah, the other ones have the highest paid musicians that there are. And he goes on to say, but they have nothing on ours. Believe me, they have on nothing on ours. And I applaud our people.
Oh, my God. And what is he paying theirs?
I don't think he's paying anything.
Exactly.
Oh, and somebody sent this to me and they wanted me to read it.
Okay.
If you're going to use the Bible to justify your homophobia, then stop masturbating, watching porn, getting divorces, having premarital sex, getting tattoos, wearing ripped jeans, eating seafood, and wearing polyester. These are all sins. Stop picking and choosing. And they are.
Yep.
Every one of them that I read
is in the Bible.
Is in the Bible, and it's a condemnable sin. You're not even allowed to wear fabrics made of two different types of fabric. So you can't wear stretchy jeans because you have spandex in with cotton.
And it has a zipper. So women can't wear it.
I'm assuming so.
Well, according to Little Man. We can't have that going on.
No. And would you like to hear something that blew my mind when I came across it this week?
Mm-hmm.
Martin Luther King, Anne Frank, they would be the same age as Barbara Walters if they were alive today.
Wow.
We tend to think that these people lived in very different times, but they were all born in 1929.
Wow.
Anne Frank is the same age as Barbara Walters. But it's so different.
That is amazing.
I think history is amazing, and when you start piecing it together, you're just like, wow, I never would have thought that they were born in the same year. Did you ever think about something like that?
No, I never did.
Even Martin Luther King, 1929.
Wow.
So, we still got Barbara, though.
Yeah.
I went out last night.
Oh, do tell.
Shout out to Lori and her gang. They're a band called Six Gun Sally.
Okay.
She used to be the lead singer of the Voodoo Babies. Very good band also, but they're not together anymore. But I was at Bar 31 in Bridgeville. They still have a cigarette machine there.
What?
Look,
is that legal?
Yes. Guess how much it is a pack?
What, $20?
$10 a pack.
Whoa.
Anyway.
But seriously, are cigarette machines legal?
Well,
I'm
of course.
dead serious.
Yeah.
Then why are they not in places anymore? I have no idea.
They're only in bars that you're over 21 or clubs that you have to be over 21.
Oh, get out.
They're just not anywhere.
They're not just in restaurants like they used to be.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
A little slow here.
Yeah. Anyway, I've told you before that my family, I'm the black sheep. Okay. Mm-hmm. And somebody sent me something that this goes out to anybody out there who feels you don't have family. Okay. Because I'm telling you, there's a lot of us who have really crappy family. And it goes, if your family isn't supportive of you, guess what? You're my family now. Congratulations. Drink plenty of water, get enough sleep, love whoever the hell completes you. Seriously.
Yep.
There's too much hate in the world. Why do people hate their relatives?
Well, sometimes the relatives are toxic, though.
That's why I don't hang out with any of mine.
You know, I mean, it's sometimes, unfortunately, you have to distance yourself between blood relatives because sometimes they're just toxic people. And it's nothing that you did or didn't do. It's just they're toxic people and...
You gotta cut them out.
Yeah.
Oh, and that quote was from Mel S. So.
Thank you, Mel.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you. And let's see. What else do I have? Okay. Emily M. has a lot of questions.
Okay.
She's been obsessed with the podcast, and she has a couple of questions. Do most of the cult members change their last names back to their original last names after leaving? I think it would be a painful, constant reminder if one were to hold on to it, but would also understand if it's a cost thing to get it done. The thing is, Emily, that back then it was about $200, and you could get the entire family done. That's how I ended up married.
Oh, okay. So what you can get for $200, you can get the whole family changed.
Right.
Okay.
My son was an actual last name, but he had Ken's last name as a middle last name with a hyphen.
Okay.
And then we were told that doesn't work, because if he's listed in the phone book, he'd be listed under P instead of H.
Gotcha.
And then God wouldn't recognize him that he was one of us.
Oh, good Lord. Okay.
So to this day, my son still has trouble with the Social Security Administration, has a paper he has to submit places, all because we took the hyphen out of his name when me and Ken changed our names to the last name.
Oh, what a pain.
Pain in the ass. Yeah. But that's how I ended up legally married. Because getting married in the cult, there's no legalities, there's no paperwork, and at this point, there's no witnesses. Mm-hmm. You're just married.
Right.
But I came to find out, like, if two people change their last names to the same last name on the same court document, makes you married. Ain't that crazy?
That's a little bit nutty, but sure.
Yeah, I didn't really think I'd have to get a divorce. And Emily, this podcast has been rolling like a snowball downhill. And I honestly don't think if I still didn't have the last name, it wouldn't have gone as well as it's going. Mm-hmm. And... you know, Kenny laughed at me about how he branded me with my middle name is his last name. I am Debriah, Kenny's last name, cult last name. Okay? And he laughed about how he branded me with this. Because, you know, my attorney did me dirty. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to change my name back. And in retrospect and thinking, the attorney told me it would cost me another $500. If it only cost $200 for the whole family to do it, why is this sleazebag charging me $500 that he knew I didn't have?
You just answered it, sleazebag.
And he knew I didn't. He took all of my money, all of it, and I still got screwed. But that's neither here nor there, because guess what? I still have the last name. I'm not ashamed of it, and it helps a hell of a lot of people find the Dirty Down cult.
Okay.
Thank you, Kenny.
Kenny's Corner.
Petting. Okay, she goes on. Number 2. Did members drink a lot of caffeine while in the cult? I watched some of the sermons and children's programs via YouTube and almost died of boredom. Little man's voice is like Ben Stein's in the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Bueller.
I used to do that when I was working retail pharmacy. Because you would like mention a name and everyone, they wouldn't listen. They'd just think it was their prescription that was done. And there'd be a bunch of people out there. And I'd just go, Bueller. And some people would get it. Some people would not.
Okay. What did you all do to stay alert and awake during this crap? Did you get bathroom breaks during those long sermons?
Oh, that's
if
a
you
good
needed
question.
It?
That's a very good question.
Did people ever fall asleep? I guess I know now what to put on when I have problems falling asleep.
Oh my gosh. But then you'll dream about Little Man.
I don't know, but honestly, I must have zoned and tuned all of this crap out, Emily, because I would have been in hysterics about a lot of this science stuff. Because science is my thing. Mm-hmm. We live on this planet, just like you in the prism and the rainbows. Little man don't know a rainbow isn't 4 colors, it's 7.
Yeah.
Okay. There was a lot of pinching yourself. A lot of turning your head real quick, it'll startle you.
Or that, like, your head's bobbing up and down. And all of a sudden you, like, startle
Then
awake.
there is sitting straight up so that you're not slouching. But let me tell you, when you're sitting in the sanctuary and it's 110 degrees in there, and Lil Man is just droning on and on and on. It takes everything you have not to fall asleep.
Was there, like, a lot of nudging people next to you?
I don't recall that, but I do remember signing for my friend Sherry and watching her falling asleep in front of me, which was making me tired. And she's sitting there and her eyes are rolling back in her head. And we would sit off to the side in the back so that, I wasn't her only interpreter. There were 4 or 5 others.
Okay.
Okay, but I was the only one that we would have private conversations because those 4 or 5 other women, we knew where they sat in the sanctuary and nobody else knew sign language. So we could have private conversations while the sermon's going on.
Oh my gosh.
And ignore what was going on up front. But yeah, the one day she's just, her head's lolling, her eyes are going back, and I'm still trying to sign and falling asleep myself. So Emily, yeah, there was a lot of falling asleep.
But did you get bathroom breaks? That's the question.
You were allowed to get up and go use the restroom.
Okay.
And there were a lot of people that got up to use the restroom, and they were gone for a good half
I was
hour.
just going to say that. I was just going to say,
Just like
just hanging out in the bathroom.
Yeah, just like the kid with the hall pass that just doesn't come back.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you had children, I really hate to say this, I never pinched them. I never did anything mean to them. Mm-hmm. But they'd be on my lap, and I'd whisper to him, I'll take you outside if you start crying. And the first time I did it, he looked at me like, I'm not supposed to be doing that in here. And I whispered to him again, it's not a trick. He says, you start crying and I'll take you outside. So he started whimpering, and then he got into his full out crying. And
Oh, wait, so you were like egging him on to
Yes!
cry. Oh my gosh.
I had enough.
Please start crying.
Please start crying. Oh God, you can train your kids to do all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that's so funny.
I had a hand signal, like if I was on the phone and I wanted off the phone, I would get their attention and I would make this hand signal, and all of a sudden they'd start yelling at each other and like they're
Gotta
fighting.
go, they're fighting.
Yep, I gotta go, gotta break this up. Click.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, when you only have one kid, you don't think of that, but that is beautiful.
I grew up an only child, so I grew up a girl only child, and here I am raising 2 sibling brothers in a cult, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Emily also wants us to start making I got the hell out menstrual mats so that they can use it as placemats.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if there's a place that actually makes, like, if...
Oh, yeah, the place I get all of our prizes done, the sticky notes.
They can make placemats?
They can make anything.
Oh my gosh.
So...
Oh, that's so funny.
And, life is just zinging by at this point. I didn't even have time to really write the show this week. I was in Carnegie. There was a party going on Thursday night. It's my day off. I'm like, I gotta get home. I have to get home and attempt to do crap because I had to work Friday, and we went out last night, so there was just no time, just fling, fling, fling.
Party, party, party.
I can do that now. My kids are grown.
That's true.
I was designated driver last night. You'd have been proud of me.
Good for you.
I was. That's what happens when you get older.
Exactly.
If I
got to be responsible.
Well, not only that, if I lose my driver's license, I can't get to work.
That'd suck.
And I can't get to West by God, Virginia for all my stuff I go for.
We can't have that.
Virginia P was wondering if we have compiled all of our Kool-Aid recipes anywhere. Just in the book, Virginia. Again, we planned a calendar last year to compile all of the recipes for this year. We ain't got to that yet.
In a year from now, we'll say we're still working on it.
Do you know how many things we have in the works?
Yeah.
I can't breathe some weeks. It's like boom, boom. I'm sitting here in my work clothes. Do you realize that?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's Mother's Day, and after I leave here, I'm going to go see my mama. Okay? Because, see, usually I don't do man-made holidays, but she looked at me with them puppy dog eyes and went, can you at least get me a card this year? So I did.
Aw, yeah, but Mother's Day, I mean, it's like a man-made
They're
holiday.
all man-made.
Yeah, but they are, but it's your mom.
She knows I love her. We've been going out to eat. Gavin Eats, man. Gavin Eats in Carnegie. Best breakfast.
My mom went there a couple weeks ago, and she said it was horrible.
Really?
Yeah, she was bummed. She said, like, the French toast was all hard. The coffee was lame.
I don't know. I love it.
Okay, so, Mom, try it again. Debbie says it's really good.
People either love it or hate it is all I can tell you. They don't really have a toaster. They toast your bread on the grill.
Oh.
I like it. Now I'm hungry.
Well, no, I heard it was really good, and so did she. That's why she went there. And she was just really disappointed. All right, Mom, maybe we have to go there and we'll test it out together again.
Okay. Stephanie R. was wishing that we could be there in her town with her on the day she said this. They were watching this lunatic woman rave about how we needed to keep people off the devil's potions, medications.
Oh, don't get me started.
There are no mental illnesses.
Oh.
There is nothing that cannot be cured without Jesus. We just all need to pray and stop being sinners, and that will cure all of these people. And Stephanie concludes with, I need to get the hell out of this Bible Belt, I swear.
Do you see the look on my face?
I'm glad you're my friend and not my enemy, because I would not like to see that face if I was, like, up against you.
I want to smack that woman upside the head.
That woman probably has her own mental illness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you better move on from that before, like, my head explodes.
I don't know.
You're like, I'm just reading.
I'm just reading shit. Remember the word unfuckable with?
Yeah, that we decided was a word.
Well, no, I had it in the wrong order and everybody.
Oh, the syllables were all mixed up.
Yeah. Kate C, she reminds me of the unfuckable with, okay?
Mm-hmm.
She gives us a word that's actually a word. Do you know what the fucking means?
No.
When your day is going too well and you don't trust it and some shit finally goes down. Ah, there it is, the fucking.
Wow. That's so often.
Nah, my shit pretty much goes good all week. Most of it's mindset. It's all in.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But that's a good word, though. I like that.
Are you going to use it in everyday life?
Yeah.
Really? I can see you going into your office and using that.
Oh, I didn't say to people at work. But in my mind, absolutely.
Diana L. tells us that metal is considered the devil's music because it's
why?
the current subversive subculture of music. Jazz, rock and roll, and even the waltz were once considered the devil's music at one point. And it was because of the dances that came with it. You know, when you're dancing.
Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't Elvis, like, considered the devil or something? Like that pelvic thrust thing?
I'll tell you what, I spent 10 years in the cult, and I used to bar hop and club hop beforehand, right?
Right.
And my stepsister, Kristen, came down to visit me, and we went out. We were going to go out for a night on the town, because Kenny had kids. Okay. You have to remember, I joined the cult in 93.
Okay.
So here it is, 2004, 11 years later. I'm already out. And she comes to visit me, and we go to the Cactus Moon.
Okay.
And we're sitting there, and we're drinking our beers, and I'm looking around, And it's like everybody is having sex with their clothes on the dance floor.
Oh, like grinding and all that
Grinding,
stuff.
bent over, grabbing hips and thrusting, and
Good Lord.
and my chin must have been on Kristen nudges me and she goes, "What's wrong?" And I went, look. Okay, and then it hits me. Me and her are the two oldest people in this club because it's college night.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Then we see the pervert across the room. Dude in his 50s, gray beard, the beret type thing.
Oh, geez, yeah.
And he just looks like a little weasel, like he's eyeballing the whole room of all these. It was creepy.
Ooh.
But yeah, we didn't dance like that back in 93.
Well, remember, like, if you read things like the Beatles were, like, evil and, like, their kind of music, quote, their kind of music.
Anything can be blamed on the devil.
Oh, yeah.
The devil made me do it. You know what my grandmother used to say to me? And it still creeps me out to this day.
Oh, no. What?
And I say it to my son, and he looks at me, and he always goes, "Really, Mom? Really?"
What?
My grandma would be watching me. And I'm a little kid, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up until she died. And you bump your head, you skin your knee, you whack your elbow, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it hurts, so you're crying. She would always tell me, "Jesus made you do that. What did you do that nobody knows about? Jesus is punishing you for something you did."
He's not going to punish you.
Can you imagine being a little
That's so
kid and your
scary.
grandmother is telling you that Jesus is punishing you because you did something that nobody else knows about? What did you do? What did you do?
Oh, man, would that mess with your head?
Yeah. And she went to an Episcopalian church.
Mm.
Them people, they got
Hardcore.
No, those people, they got it down pat. It's a 45-minute service, beginning to end. You start with songs, you end with songs, and the sermon ain't no more than like 15 minutes.
You're in, you're out.
You're in, you're out. It's like the drive-through almost of the religion world. I don't know. And then my other grandparents would take me to a Catholic church, which is completely different.
Yeah.
And then I joined Cultyville, which was completely different all in its own. So, yeah.
And here you are.
And here I am 10 years later. No, good Lord. 93, 2003.
Over 20.
Yeah, can you believe Kenny and all those people are still there?
That is amazing in a really weird way.
I often wonder if he's still sucked in or if he just knows that it's a place for men that they can do whatever they want. You know what I mean?
Good question.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, remember when we were talking about how your phone, it'll listen to you?
Oh, yeah. And like creepy stuff will come up. Things like ads that you were talking about.
My mom will not go on their official page anymore because, little man pops up, "Do you want to be my friend?"
Ooh, no, I don't.
But Mel S says that we do have a lot of apps on our phones. And her hairstylist were talking about it, and they brought up changing cell phone plans and yogurt or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And her hairstylist calls her up the next day and was like, freaked out because there's like all these ads for different cell phone companies, and there's Activia yogurt, and there's Yoplait yogurt. And
Oh, that's just so creepy.
you know what? I didn't give a Kool-Aid recipe, did I?
You were talking about the Kool-Aid pie and the Kool-Aid pickles at Walmart.
And I meant
you
to move on.
neglected to give the Kool-Aid recipe,
Okay.
which is what?
It's called Mother's Day Mayhem. Okay.
Okay, I like the title.
It's Mother's Day. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Your kids are gonna get up at some ungodly hour that it ain't even light yet and make you something to eat, whether it's Princess French toast.
It's adorable, though.
But have you ever been served the Mother's Day breakfast at 6:15 in the morning?
I have not, but that's just adorable. I mean, whatever they tried to make.
You attempt to eat it is all I can tell you.
And you do it with love.
And they bring you something to drink. And you do it with love. So it's Mother's Day Mayhem because you're going to try, attempt it. This is good.
Best breakfast ever.
Yeah. And I'd always try to go, "Here, you want some?" And of course they wouldn't taste it. I think they scrambled 18 eggs for me the
Oh,
one
dear
day. They
Lord.
just kept adding them into the pan,
Because why not?
and they were half done, half
Shells
burnt,
in there.
Shells. But my gosh, that's like such a great memory from my children.
Yeah.
Because after the cult, we got to do stuff.
Oh, okay.
And they're in preschool and they're in, elementary school, and you got Mother's Day and this day and that day, and so they started celebrating it. Yes.
Alrighty. So what's the recipe? Just having breakfast in bed?
Whatever. It's Mother's Day, ma'am. Whatever your kids bring you to eat or drink, that's what you're getting.
That's what you're getting.
Yeah.
And it could be Kool-Aid.
It could be Kool-Aid in
Watered
the
down.
coffee. They may have added some Kool-Aid to the milk to give it a pretty color.
Kool-Aid to the eggs.
Let's not give them any ideas.
Because I'm sure kids are listening to this.
Kids don't listen to us, and if kids are listening to us, they're doing it without their parents' permission. We even give a disclaimer at the beginning.
But hey, it bumps up our number, so.
Oh, here you go. You're in the wrong now. You're putting...
I'm joking.
Oh.
Or I was going to say, if they know how to get on the website, go vote for us.
Yeah, please vote for it. And you know what? It is so... You can never please everybody. Somebody is always going to be offended. You got a mouse.
No, that was my printer just automatically was going to start printing something, apparently.
Why is your printer printing?
Ghost.
I thought you had a mouse. I thought something scurried over there. I
Nope,
was going to
that
go,
was
do
the
you need
printer.
my trap? I got it out of the
You got
car.
Nope, that'd be the printer.
Would Sammy be printing something?
I don't think so.
Your computer's not running any program.
No. It's a ghost. Hey, my house is over 100 years old. Who knows what's going on?
Okay. I gotta, I don't even know what I have anymore.
Okay, you were doing the Kool-Aid recipe.
Which we're done with.
Okay.
It's whatever your kids bring you at 6:15 in the morning. You're going to eat it and you're going to drink it because they did it with love, no matter
That's right.
how gross it is.
That's right.
Yeah, I got Princess Toast, I think, one year. It was,
What was it?
oh gosh, I think they tried to make French toast and it didn't really work.
Aw.
And it had all kinds of colored jelly, and it had sprinkles for
your ice cream.
For your ice cream, little miniature marshmallows.
But that's so precious.
It was inedible.
Well, I didn't say it was edible. I said it was precious.
And these are the days before you have a camera. Jerry M is on episode 44, and they have cows. Wanted to enter the Skittles debate. Cows eating Skittles.
Oh, that was quite a few episodes ago. Okay,
People are catching up.
Yeah.
Okay. They didn't feed anything weird to the steers, but the brother-in-law had a couple pigs on the farm.
Okay.
Okay? You got to fatten pigs up. So, he got to know the local donut shop owner and would stop in about at 3 a.m. And they were throwing out 2 to 3 garbage bags at a time. The pigs loved them.
Oh.
Pigs eating donuts.
Oh, to have a picture of that.
Well, cows eating Skittles, pigs eating donuts.
Why
I
not?
can only imagine what they're feeding the cattle out there. Because they go like 2 hours away to cattle auction. And they buy the cheapest, nastiest, sickliest cows that they can get to feed these people.
And charge full price.
Oh, they are. I think right now milk is $9 a gallon.
What?
Yeah.
Who the hell can afford that?
Exactly. That's why they're turning it into the garlic ice cream.
Ooh. Ooh.
Drink your way when the milk separates. Yeah.
Oh, that is so gross.
I wonder how many people's health is affected out there by all of
It's
these
got to be a lot.
supplements, the things they're forcing on them. I told you, I had a friend who tested their goat milk, the cult's milk, and stuff from the store. And the goat milk tested with the least amount of blood and pus. And the store milk had slightly levels above what they had, which was basically nothing. And the cult milk was just
the worst.
full of it.
Ugh. Well, the cult is full of it, of a lot of stuff.
We all know that. I still don't even know how they have followers. Do you know what I mean at this point? So, I don't know. This was going to be a short episode, I was pretty sure. Let me see if I have anything else. Oh, I posted this, and this is for anybody out there who didn't read it on Facebook, okay?
Okay.
If you're feeling frightened about what comes next, don't be. Embrace the uncertainty. Allow it to lead you places. Be brave as it challenges you to exercise both your heart and your mind as you create your own path towards happiness. Don't ever waste time on regret. Spin wildly into your next action. Enjoy the present, each moment as it comes, because you'll never get another one quite like it. And if you should ever look up and find yourself lost, simply take a breath and start over. Retrace your steps and go back to the purest place in your heart, where your hope lives, and you'll find your way again.
Very nice.
Yeah, that was posted in the Facebook group, and Heather H. said, I needed to read this so much right now. You guys have gotten me through what has been the hardest and darkest period I think I've ever been through. My younger sister passed away on Christmas Eve this past December after a long battle with addiction. I lost my grandmother a week later and have been lost ever since.
Oh my God.
You guys make me laugh again when I didn't think it was possible. Thank you.
Oh.
Well, I'm in tears because addiction hits everybody.
Yeah.
I lost my 21-year-old cousin to an overdose. My son told me that he has been to more of his friends and acquaintances' funerals than he has their weddings and births of their babies.
God. Oh, I just got the chills. That is...
So anybody out there, you're not alone. Addiction hits every family. If somebody tells you it doesn't touch their family,
They just don't know about it.
They either don't know about it or they don't want everybody else to know about it. And I am quite open about what happens in my family with addiction and things because it's okay to talk about it. It's a disease. If anybody ever tells you addiction is not a disease, depression is not a disease, they're wrong. It's mental.
It changes your brain chemistry.
It does.
And there's proof. You can look at, CAT scans, MRIs. It changes the chemistry of your brain.
Nobody wakes up and says, I decided to be a junkie today. Nobody.
Or I decided to be depressed today.
Right. Yeah.
Stuff, it happens.
Don't
Sometimes
ever be afraid to tell your stories, guys. You might inspire somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
You might help somebody who's hurting and thinks they're the only one going through it. You're not. Reach out. You'd be surprised how many people are like, me too.
Don't be afraid to reach out, and because you'd be surprised. There are some people judge. There's a lot of people that do, but there's also a lot of people that don't.
Again,
and will
their
be
own
there
Bible
for
says,
you.
Judge not, lest ye be judged yourself.
Right.
And I really don't even care what people think anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm quite honest about in my family with people things that we've gone through, and I always tell people, don't ever be ashamed of your story. It's your story. Live it. Own up to it. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, like you said, you never know when that story will help somebody else.
Exactly. And I love getting texts like that or responses because this was really scary for me to do. Do you know that? Not only am I telling my story, a lot of times I have to open emotions that I didn't ever want to open again. Talk about things I wanted to forget. And it's been very therapeutic, I can tell you that. Have you been enjoying yourself?
Of course I have. Absolutely.
Remember I mentioned the people that leave their kids and go to the cult?
Yes.
From that article?
Yes.
They just up and leave. Heard from ex-member Jamie, and she said the cult member, we'll just call her A, who lost her kid. She's still in the group here where I live with my mom, and her mom sees her every week. To me, thinking back, she has had such a sad life, and she has gotten sick in the last few years. My mom said they thought it was MS, but maybe not 100% sure. We have an elder here, and they still do services. Just figured I'd let you know. So, yeah, that woman's still there. And see, my sons, one is still there with his dad, and the other one wants nothing to do with him. So, I just can't believe people leave their kids.
I could not imagine abandoning my daughter. that idea and that concept is just so foreign to me.
Well, that's because you can do that. You can leave her because she may not understand now. But just like Eve, when your daughter dies, her and Eve may resurrect themselves right next to each other, and you get to tell Eve and Sammy how to live their life. With your microbes doing it. Your microbes will...
Microbes that are on the computer.
Yeah, they're the ones that are going to make you do all of that stuff. I don't know.
Science.
I'm telling you, these people do not science in any way, shape, or form. I wish I had been better prepared for today. I would have had more stuff. Next week's another week.
Next week we have a topic.
We do?
Yes, we do. The one that you told me you were going to do today.
Oh, yeah. That's the homework assignment. I keep forgetting it's there, and then all of a sudden it's the day that it's due, and the teacher goes, well, I'll give you one more week. I'm just going to give you one more week.
I'm giving you one more week.
I expect my van done this week.
Don't hold your breath, my friend.
You realize I would have lost at the fuckery.
That's true.
And I already knew that that was coming up, and I was going, oh, God, it would be so unfair of me to not put this in there. But then I figured, your car's always clean. Know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
All right, guys, I'm sorry this is a short episode. I got to go see my mama dear.
Yep.
You got to go see your mama dear.
Yep. And I'm going to give that little poop thing to my nephew.
You can give him we'll take pictures of these. We don't actually have to drink out of them, but I think he would like those too.
Absolutely.
So and you can give him the unicorn poop. Come on. It's a poop-filled day. How old is he?
4.
What's his name?
Colin.
Hi, Colin. I got you lots of poopy stuff. Your daddy's gonna love me.
One of his favorite games is a fart game.
I know. You wanted the poop flinger. And
I wanted the poop flinger for him.
And I felt so bad when I left here that I denied a child's toy, and I was greedy and wanted it because somebody gave it to me.
Because when you're 4, poop is funny.
Hey, I stopped at 2 different stores that I thought it was at and couldn't find it.
Aw, thank you.
So, anyway, guys, it's always fun. Please send us some more stuff, things you want to hear about, things you want to know about. Sorry this episode was what it is, but it is what it is. Isn't it?
It is. We'll blame it on Mother's Day, right?
I blame it on having too much fun this week. I haven't been home all week.
Which is not a bad thing.
And I think of so many things that I want to put in my homework book, but I'm driving down the road and it's a little dangerous to...
What, you just don't want to stop, jot it down? Come on.
Yes, I'm going down 79. Woohoo!
Gotta write this down.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, I'll probably think of 9 different things to say after we hang up. Oh, no.
We hang up.
After we turn the mic off.
We hang up.
It's too early in the morning. We're actually finished today before we usually would start.
Yeah.
So, have you checked the emails lately?
I don't think we have anything.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if you checked or not.
Yeah.
So, anyways, guys, it's been Deb.
And Laura.
And send me some stuff. I love answering your questions. We'll have an actual topic next week. And get the hell out.
Alrighty. And happy Mother's Day to all the moms.
Happy Mother's Day.
And moms of fur babies.
Yes.
Because our pets are our family.
Of course they are.
Yes, they are.
Because they are. All right, guys.
Talk to you next week.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.